quick snack.
It's a snack. Alright. Hello. Hello, wonderful people.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our podcast.
Our isekai.
Damn straight.
Amen.
And on this podcast, we talk about everything that interests us, from anime to TikTok to Reddit to
Current news.
current news.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like what you hear, give us a like and a follow. And without further ado, I am your magnificently overpowered host, Uchenna.
And I'm Super Same Days.
And together we are...
See, I want to call us magical girls, but she doesn't want to be a magical girl with me. So...
What, do we need a pose? You reckon we need a pose?
No, we're not magical girls, apparently. Apparently.
Look, if you wouldn't be a magical girl...
What?
Baby, you are already magical, but you need a wand if you're going to be a magical girl.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
I know.
I guess she's not a magical girl.
No,
Because if she was a magical girl, she would have jumped in this particular opportunity, but...
No, because what magical girl do you know that has a wand?
Them girls from that show, they have a wand.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a Sailor Moon one.
So which one do you want?
Which, actually... Kodak? No, not that one.
Okay.
Tokyo Mew Mew.
Do they have wands?
Not all of them, no. Let me get a picture. I don't think they do.
Okay. Anyway. Right. So today, anyway, our main thing, we're going to do like a trending topic of sorts, right? For our topic today. And it's mainly going to be like a did you hear, did you see TikTok edition, right? Because I'm very curious as to like, do we all have the same FYP, or like, should we make it like our FYP is the same, you know? But anyway, it's basically things that we've seen on TikTok recently that's kind of just flabbergasted us, and yeah, we just thought we'll talk about it because there's been a lot. There has been a lot. Okay, do you want to go first?
The first one that I saw is the one I sent you about this. It's a girl that's singing a song about her current life, where her boyfriend told her that he wants to move closer to move in with his family.
Yeah. Just another notice. We will try to put like their usernames and their logs on the thing wherever, so that you guys can also go to the agency them.
So this girl, her boyfriend tells her, "Oh, I want to move closer." Culture bar?
Yeah.
Can't blanket.
No, it's not. It's just a shiver. I think someone's thinking about me.
Oh, secret admirer.
Ooh la la.
Is it really? Do you have one?
It's a secret admirer. I'm not gonna know if they admire me secretly. I mean, that's why it's a secret. If I knew they admired me, it wouldn't be a secret. So yeah. Okay, I'll take this off.
I did say it feels
My ears
better
are
without
hot.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take it off. Because now we know our mics work anyway.
Yes.
So, as I was saying, so the minute she quits her job, uses all her savings to buy to her closest friends, ups and moves her life to Texas to be close, because her boyfriend says, closer to my family. Cool. So the girl's settled. Boy's gone on holiday with his family. So she's doing her unpacking, she's renovating, she's decorating.
She's doing
the most. But to be fair, it's her new home. So me too, I'll be doing the most. Like if I move somewhere, I want to make it my place. Makes sense. So he comes back from his family vacay, and then he's like, "We're not compatible." She says, "Excuse me, sir."
After 3 years.
Indeed, 3 years of being in love, and he says, "We're not compatible." This man moves back to their home place where they just moved from, while she's stuck in Texas because she's just upped and moved her whole life, her savings, and everything in between.
So would you guys ever move states? Not city. Not like from one town to the other. City. In fact, I might as well say coast.
Country. That's what it sounds like.
Wasn't it from like LA to like Texas?
Literally.
That's insane. That's insane.
Up to move
For
her
love.
whole life. It wasn't love apparently from his side. No.
Well, from
he
her
was
side.
testing the waters because it found out they were incompatible. Don't forget that part.
And she had to move all the way from LA to Texas for that.
Because she was supportive. And nothing else to say.
Men.
The song was catchy.
That man
was
is-
funny.
is- yeah, was funny.
But the story story that she was telling was just sad.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to get into a relationship with a guy, and I know that, you know, my things are strong for him, and then I'll convince him to move from like the UK to, I don't know. I feel like Texas is the equivalent of like Russia.
Texas is
I mean, distance wise. What Turkey? Distance wise?
I don't know.
I don't know actually. No. Anyway, to move from the UK to Turkey, and then I'll be like, well, actually, things are, yeah, break up with him.
After you upped and moved, that's just like, well,
He doesn't have a job or anything as well. That I think I need to write it into my arc.
you're trying to hurt a man.
No, I think it needs to happen. Yeah, I should like balance things out for her, shouldn't I? I should take it upon myself to balance it. I'm joking, I'm not going to do this.
This is why my friend thinks you're toxic.
I think you remember that phrase very, very
I was very,
incorrectly.
no, that's what he said.
He
The
said,
words toxic, you are.
you guys are toxic.
So you are toxic. Or the words
I'm
you
pretty
use.
sure he said the both of you.
It is in the word both.
I'm pretty sure he used the words both.
He said you are. He didn't specify which one of the two of us he was talking to. But I'm taking it upon myself to declare it wasn't me.
I disagree with this.
Disagree all you want. You just said you want to ruin a whole man's life just to
No,
even as
for the plot. I mean, I don't know what you mean. For the plot, just for the plot.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to do this, obviously. I'm not an arsehole. Well,
That's I know.
well.
Are you questioning yourself?
Am I questioning that if I'm an arsehole or not?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, what would you do in that situation? To be honest, if it was you.
Moving is difficult in general, but in my own perspective, I don't think I could move anywhere without being married. On the states that if he wants to divorce me, that we'd have to go for legal. We'd have to both feel the pain of us
But
separating.
then the house that she bought he would also have a claim on it.
I don't think he would at that point, depending on who was on the name and whether that was their main house and he had stayed there. So if he himself wasn't on the deed
to the house,
and he
true.
wasn't actually living there
True,
himself,
true.
he doesn't have legal grounds to the house. It's simply her house.
That's fair. I'm actually curious. Did he live in the house, or did he just go?
And was he on a deed to the house?
I'm very curious as to how that conversation went. Did he say, "Oh, I'm moving back, and I want you to come with me," or did he say, "I'm moving back," and then she's like, "Well, we're gonna go"? Did she specify? I'm not sure.
I don't think she specified. What alarmed me the most is that she drained her savings to move.
Yeah.
I was like, I hear it, but I also don't hear it. Do you know what I mean? That's scary.
I would have done long distance. I would have said long distance.
We could Skype.
Yeah.
We could
Like
FaceTime.
FaceTime. And like, what's the fly every now and then, you know?
Actually, even ups up the romantics of it.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like,
I'll come pick you up at the airport.
Yeah. And then when you see him, he'll bring you flowers. It's nice, you go on a cute date.
Yeah, and he stays for the weekend and fucks up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your space for like, until you get the next time. Or
Because
like, until you go.
the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
He gets to be close to his family, and you get to keep everything back.
I think like if someone's going to leave, there should be a trial period of like distance relationship before the other person decides if they're going to like move their entire lives over. Unless you've both agreed. I don't know. But
maybe a trial period.
a trial period.
Like
yeah.
before
she did like a permanent buy in a house and all of that. Maybe move in with his parents or something. Maybe there wasn't space.
In his parents' house?
Yeah.
But there's some couples who do live together with their parents.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe there wasn't space at his parents' house. Or parent.
Maybe.
But that's wild still.
Or maybe instead of getting a house, she should have got an apartment. So it's less, like when she can easily get out of the contract after she pays.
Yeah, like rent. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Instead of buying a house, that was such a permanent thing, like decision to make. But obviously, this was someone who she assumed was going to be the love of her life, and they were going to get married, and I mean they'd been together for 3 years at that point, right? Moving on to something fluffy.
Go ahead.
And something that I saw. So there's this girl who posted something, and I'm going to read it exactly, because it matters. And this is from Book Talk, I believe. I am in there. So she says, No book quote can be that relatable. Next slide. It's mentally, I was a slut. Physically, I was terrified of intimacy. Spiritually, I didn't like men. And I've never in my entire life read anything so relatable. And we have a friend who literally embodies it.
Oh my god, yeah, very much so.
I just feel like, what was it she said? Like in my head, obviously, like I have this whole idea of like what my life could be like, the things that I could do, exploration I could do. I have so many ideas. Obviously because I'm a book top girly as well, so you know, things do get quite interesting. But then at the same time, I don't even look men in the eyes.
But you don't like eye contact to begin with.
This is true.
Context.
I look at you though. We've had 5 years of practice, don't worry, it's okay.
That is true.
So yeah, but then at the same time, men are just a lot of work.
What? Men or relationships?
Relationships, it's just a lot of work, and like having men in my space sometimes I can find it very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. I think that's pretty much it for me. In terms of like, have you got anything else?
I've got anything else. There's this lady who's telling a story of a woman who found out her boyfriend was cheating on her. So this girl was like, cool. You shouldn't be here anyway. I brought you to the UK, to America, and you're not a legal citizen until we get married. So she was like, okay, you cheated on me. Let's return you back to your old ways. By the old ways, she means across the borders. So she said, let's go on holiday, babes. Let's buy snacks and drinks. Shut your eyes. I will drive the whole way. So she went. She drove. Her man took a nap. By the time he woke up from his sweet nap, he was across the border. She withdrew $50.
Yeah, she withdrew some money.
She withdrew money, gave it to him, and said, "If you want to act this way, you might as well start from the beginning, the way I found you." So she left because he could not cross the border. Because when she crossed the border, they're going to do passport control, as they do. It was
moral of the lesson:
don't cheat.
Moral of the lesson. What's the thing about scorned women?
I don't know.
There's a thing about scorned women. So that. Something I've actually really loving on TikTok lately is the hear me outs.
Yeah.
I saw one and they were like, say, I think like, depending on, I think what side of TikTok you are, the hear me outs tend to be like the guys that think, the guys, characters, people, anything that you kind of find attractive but aren't typically attractive. And someone put the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I forget his name.
I saw that as well.
And
you hear it?
What do you mean?
Well, you mentioned it now, so I'm asking you the question.
I said side eye.
Okay. I just wanted to gather your thoughts.
No, that was a side eye. Huge side eye. Who else? I think I saw the lady. Have you seen Chicken Run?
Yeah.
The girl in Chicken Run was someone's
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay. People have interesting taste. But each to their own. Your taste is your taste.
That shook me to my core. How old were you when this like? And I think I saw someone whose hear me out was Scar, and I was like, stop it.
I saw that one too.
Everybody knows Scar is chef's kiss, you know? So stop. I also saw someone put oh, what's that guy's name? I forget his name. I can't even think of what he's been in either. But anyway, people were putting like generic stuff. People that were like maybe not conventionally good looking, and they were there. I'm like, that's such a cop out. I need the disgustings, yeah. I need like.
Who would you put then?
You know who I'll put? You're not there yet in One Piece, but one of the guys in Don Quixote family, the baby guy. I forget his name. So, his story is so sad. Like, he's such a cutie. And he's like, hard-boiled. Was that racist? He always says hard-boiled. And, like, the way he says it in, like, the sub is just so funny. It's so good.
This one?
No. That is, that's No, that's his brother. That's Don Quixote's brother.
I need to see this man so I can judge you in person.
So I said Don Quixote. I'm sorry. This is not a bad thing. It's just so funny.
I don't want to know. Keep it to yourself.
It's just so funny. No, that was Corazon. I'm not going to put what you've done.
I typed in his name.
It's QU.
Yeah, I put it like that, and then I was corrected.
Oh.
I was corrected by Google. It's not my fault. You found it?
Senior Pink!
Let me see. That's your hear me out?
Yeah.
Oh, the full get up as well. To begin with, you only showed me his face. I didn't see everything else.
Okay, I needed to put like him when he was like younger, before his wife, the incident, and like you see the growth, right, and like all of that that he did. It's just very.
This one.
Yeah. So he went from that to the other one. So that's what he was, and then he became.
What happened in between?
Do you want to spoil it for you?
Of course I do.
Spoilers if you haven't seen One Piece. He like, so when they met, they went on the first date. She was like she hates pirates, but obviously he's a pirate. So one day he goes off. She gets pregnant. She has a baby. La da da. But he's never around. So one day the baby falls sick, I think, or something, and then the baby dies. But then obviously he's away, and then he comes back. Something happens. I forget what happens, and then she's now in like a vegetative state. And he does everything he can. He buys her stuff. He talks to her. Everything. He takes her everywhere. She doesn't smile. She's just like dead.
And then he transitions.
Yeah. I think every time he shows her a picture of the baby, I think she smiles. So he's like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dress like their baby that they lost. And then, you know, he puts a smile on her face. And he's been doing that ever since. And that's, you know, it's cute. But he's still a pirate. He's still a bad guy. But, yeah. But this one's not hear me out because he's gorgeous. He's absolutely gorgeous.
The before picture.
King. But that is a beautiful. I don't know why people aren't like, not simping, but like, I don't know why he's not like out there. He's so pretty. From the one in Arc. King.
Okay.
Throw it back to you.
What?
What else you say? Actually, trauma salads. Did you see those?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so someone would be like, "Hi, my name is so and so. I brought the bowl," and my dad's just say something wild, something so horrible that you're just like. And then the next person will come. Oh, hi, my name is so and so. I brought the sweets. Poured it in the bowl, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, my mom so and so and so R word, B word, everything. And then there's one. I'm from a mixed race family, and my one of my parents used to R words, hard R, N word me. There was one there was like in like a church. That was the first one I saw. It was like a church one, and they were all part of like some cult.
Of course.
And like it was wild. Like the things that they were saying. I think one of them was like. Their parents used to lock them in the basement.
Why?
But and they used to tell them that like they shouldn't go out because like they would be. It was just like the weirdest thing. And then at the end, they were like, and also we're all part of a cult, and it was just like, but the way they say it in such a like
nonchalant way,
fun way because.
Well, that's like when I tell you a story and you're like, why are you not upset? Why are you not angry? Like, why are you not showing them? Because I've just lived it. Like, I've been through the motions. It's just it's now just an anecdote to me.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But it's still wild. And shit like that you can't normalize.
No, you can't normalize, but I think it's just the way we process things.
Yeah, because obviously, like, to you, it was the norm, and hopefully you've kind of healed from it. But, god damn, people have been through trauma.
Indeed we have. You have your
When
own.
did you start speaking French? We?
Indeed.
What do you mean that we?
Mm.
I don't know this language you speak of. Also, I found out recently that Cartoon Network closed.
Yes, they did. Recently.
Yeah, I found out like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Did I not tell you about it?
Mm-mm.
We had a conversation about it at work.
Really?
Yeah.
The new one or the old one?
What? My new one?
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Last month.
But then that was when I brought it up.
Is it?
Yeah, because I was the one who brought it up to you.
So I didn't tell you then.
Mm-mm.
We had a
No.
conversation together, but yeah, I had a conversation separate to you. What?
Oh my god, another thing. Sakura's design. Oh my, did you?
I'm not watching you narrator.
Sakura's initial design. She was meant to be carrying like a hammer. Don't you think that makes a lot more sense than whatever it is that they decided to do with her? She had so much aggression. She needed a weapon. She needed something. She needed something big, and it was a hammer or an axe or whatever it was. They should have stuck with that.
And then what?
What do you mean, and then what? And then she wouldn't have been as...
She would have been exactly the same, just with a hammer.
No, she wouldn't. She would have actually been strong. She would have been like 10-10. Because she would have had a weapon. Maybe not like 10-10, because 10-10 is like, you know, there. She would have been like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
If she had a weapon and she didn't just used to do this in her head. If she actually swung the damn axe and hit somebody, you know what I mean? That would have been nice. That would have been great to see. And then she would have got the whole Tsunade thing after. She would have even been cooler.
That's not it?
No, I mean she would have been cooler than she is.
Okay, I was about
With
to,
the
I was
weapon
about to
and then
judge
the
you
whole
for that
healing
sentence.
thing.
I was like, no, she could not be better than Tsunade. Like, not as cool as Tsunade. Like,
No,
the way
Tsunade
Tsunade carries herself, no one could compare.
I mean,
No one can compare.
Princess Tsunade. Let's put some respect on her name. Princess Hokage Tsunade.
She carried herself so well.
For her character, yes. For a woman in that world, yeah, not the gambling. Not the gambling and not the love life, but the love life, I hear it.
It's a sad love life.
You what?
I think it was a sad love life.
You know what? I've actually realized that whose love story in Naruto, don't care about Boruto, doesn't exist. In Naruto was actually a good one.
A good love story?
Because Asuma and that lady, Asuma's dead. Shit love story. The Kushina and Minato, dead.
But they loved each other.
Yes, dead still.
But what are you constituting as a good love story then?
Why are they dead at the end?
No, I'm asking you, what are you constituting as a good love story? If it's just the fact that they die, then
Yeah.
that's
tragic.
that's
Why does a love story have to end in tragedy?
okay. Then what you're saying is what love story is not tragic then?
Okay, yes.
Because
So what
I
love
think
story
that love story
is not
is good.
tragic? Oh, of course it is. I'm not saying it's not good.
That's what
Okay,
I
let
have
me
to specify.
reframe and say, why does every love story in Naruto have to be shit and end in tragedy? Oh, maybe not every, most that I can think of right now. Minato and Kushina, they died at the end.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Very much.
Sorry, that's
No, my eyes flicking.
Who else? Asuma and his girl. Asuma's dead. Now he's got a kid living with no dad. Tragic. Who else has a love story? Dan and Tsunade. Dan's dead. Who else had a love story? Did Kakashi have a love story? No, he was just a little close-up pal. Love Kakashi's close-up palness. Okay,
Wow.
Who else had a love story?
Jiraiya's was one-sided.
It's still tragic because technically Tsunade did love him, and then guess what? He did.
You just feel men want to be happy apparently.
Yeah, like why? What happened? I mean, why so sad? Why so serious? I'm literally Googling
Happy love stories.
love story, relationships, romantic relationships in Naruto. I'm not talking about the ones that came after. They don't count. Okay, so let's see. What does this say? Tsunade and Dan, he dead. Yahiko and Conan, both dead. Now that actually pissed me off when Yahiko died, and then when she died, her death was just so senseless. That was so sad. So sad. No, but when I shed tears when she died. Tears. I was bawling my eyes out when she died. I would tell you that for free. That was gut wrenching. Sasuke's parents.
They were assassinated though.
Still dead. Still tragic. They were killed by their own son.
He had no option. Who?
Shuji and somebody. I'm like, those aren't the people I'm talking about. Oh right, yeah. Asuma and Kurenai. That's her name. Kurenai. Sakura and Sasuke. Sakura and Sasuke. That was the worst thing that they could have ever done. No, seriously.
They want to give Sakura her happy ending.
No, she don't. Not that she doesn't deserve a happy ending, but she should have been with somebody else.
Who?
Sai? Or Rock Lee? Because we all know that Tenten and Neji were meant to be together, and also I'm still upset that Neji's dead. Till today. They could have killed Mighty God. Don't care. He could have died. Yeah, I said what I said. If they wanted us to have some emotional la-di-da, saying that somebody major dies, kill Guy off. In fact, you know what? Kakashi can go.
Absolutely not.
I said what I said.
No.
That would have had more of an emotional impact, especially if Obito was holding him at the end like, ah! That would have been great. Why Neji?
But you want Sasuke?
Tenten and Neji were meant to be together forever and ever and ever. Why Neji? Why did he have to die? What were you going to say, sorry?
I can't handle you saying Kakashi must die.
No! I didn't say Kakashi must die. I said if they were going to kill someone off, that would leave as much of an emotional impact on Naruto and everybody, literally every single person. Kakashi couldn't go. He was a Hokage.
Yeah, but I really liked him.
I love Kakashi. But kill him off. Should kill him off. I'm not a writer, obviously, so well, I am an aspiring writer.
Of course.
Obviously Kushina and I always forget his name. Minato. That's it. Who else? Oh, that's it. Were they just giving me the top 10 or something? Wow. You know what relationship I actually rate?
Who?
The Alric brother. What's his name? Not Alphonse, the other one. He's the main one.
From Fullmetal Alchemist?
Yeah. I was going to say the blonde brother, but they're both blonde. The older brother, what's his name? And why do I remember Alphonse and I don't remember his? Ow! Damn it.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Brotherhood. So I still haven't watched I said the original. I haven't watched the one before the manga finished.
Edward! I bet you someone is shouting on the other side like, Edward! I'm sorry, Edwards.
What about his story?
Him and Lucy. Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy's the girl.
They make sense.
They do. They spend so much time together.
Exactly.
Like actual relationship.
Exactly. They make sense. Not Sasuke and Sakura. And that is a hill I am willing to die on.
I don't know why.
Like, why did he have to procreate anyway? He could have just died being the only, that was his thing anyway.
The last Uchiha.
Yeah, the last Uchiha. It could have just been the last Uchiha. Like the last samurai, the last Uchiha. And just donezo.
Last samurai.
I said like. Also, ask me why I just realised the other day as well. This also on TikTok I realised because someone mentioned it that Tom Cruise was not the last samurai in The Last Samurai, but his photo was the one that was on the thing. So I always assumed that he was the last samurai, but he wasn't. The last samurai was already dead, and his wife was the one that gave his armor away to to Tom Cruise's character.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just changes everything, you know.
I mean, I guess, and like it's the guy's like morals and like his whatever that kind of pushes the whatever. But maybe I need to watch The Last Samurai again because I watched it when I was like, I didn't even think I was a teenager yet. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Have you got any
Reddit.
Wow, that excitement.
Reddit.
You want to go first?
Sure. Am I the arsehole for giving the ring back after my fiance made a comment to his guy friends regarding why we haven't gotten married? My fiance and I, both 30, have been together for 8 years, and engaged for 4 years. We got engaged right before COVID really hit, and obviously that put a huge hold on any sort of planning. And then, what's up?
No, carry on.
Okay. And then from there forward, life events halted it more. Became homeless, ended up pregnant, and having our child. Now we are back on our feet and not financially where we could be yet. Back roughly 5 months ago-ish, I brought up marriage and basically approached the idea of having a backyard wedding and a potluck. Basically going cheap because I don't really care so much about the wedding or the price or whatever. I just want to wear a pretty dress and have all eyes on me and get married to the love of my life.
Oh, cute.
Very cute, right? I don't care about the expensive bells and whistles. When I brought it up, he told me that wouldn't be a bad idea and that we could probably try planning it for July 2025. Okay, but we haven't really talked about it since that point, as other shit came up. Here's the issue, though. Back about 5 months ago, we were down to our neighbour's home, people who have grown to be really good friends since we have moved here 1.5 years ago. I was hanging out with the neighbour's wife and her best friend. My fiance was hanging out with a group of 3 to 4 guys having beers and working on a vehicle. Well, one of the guys there was talking about his wife and said, once you get married, everything fucking stops. I overheard in the middle of the conversation, so I have no idea what stops during marriage and what it was a negative comment in regards. But anyways, my fiance then starts laughing and goes, that's why I have been dragging my feet on marriage. And the guys just laughed and said, don't do it, man, it's a trap, etc., etc. It really hurt me, but I figured it was just locker room talk and tried my best to move on. But like, I couldn't let it go. I sat in the back of my head. So a couple of weeks ago, I brought up getting married again and just read some ideas by him on simple things, like what he saw our wedding clothes being. And he shut down a bit and said something to the effect of, I think we need to weigh the pros and cons of being married first, and shut down the conversation. Instant plunge to my gut, honestly. So I walk outside to calm myself down, but I just couldn't shake it, honestly. So I went back inside and kindly handed him my ring back and asked him what he wanted for dinner. I didn't want to make a big deal, so there's no yelling, no crying, nothing. I was calm and moved on, but he instantly asked me what I was doing and why I gave the ring back. So I mentioned his comment to his buddies about dragging his feet, and now his comments about needing to wait and weigh the pros and cons before going through with anything told him I don't want to wait, nor do I want to get my hopes up for marriage. That he's clearly changed his mind about, so I would rather he have the ring back and goes into this without the sound of wedding bells in my head. Let's just move on, basically. We can still be together, but I don't want my hopes up. Well, he got extremely defensive, started saying, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, or you're being extreme for no reason. Am I that asshole?
No, he is.
Yeah. There was no need for him to yell. Like, you reflected upon it and you just gave the ring back. You're like, I'm done.
The first comment, copy paste of my thought. Baby, 4 years, pros and cons, yeah? Yeah? They live together, no?
They live together, yes. They've been together for 8 years, and I just add. Engaged for 4. She does state that in the first line.
That is her entire 20s.
Quite literally.
What a nightmare. A child.
So she's even saying like, okay, we've just had a baby and no, we can't do a big wedding. I just want something small and intimate. We can even have it at the home.
You know, he's spineless.
Explain.
How are you going to let another man whisper all these stupid things in your ear? Some random man who's your neighbor, not your dad, not someone you like, trust. Say stupid locker room shit, and then you're gonna use that to manipulate your girlfriend, your fiance, into doing something that you decided you don't want to do just because what? Probably sex, or like the spicy stuff that comes with the excitement of not married. Like that's got to be it.
I feel like it just comes down to the couples in general.
Or like sometimes like the fun stuffs as well.
The fun.
What fun are they having? They have a baby.
Whether they got married or not and they had a baby, things would have to slow down eventually.
Exactly.
Like,
but I do think that getting married does change things quite a bit. I don't know what about getting married. I've seen it quite a few times where you're in a relationship normally, but then you get married. I don't know what changes, or something changes. I think maybe there's more pressure maybe for it to work. Because now it's official, it's legal. You've like, yes, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. But instead of used to be like, okay, yes, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. We need to work on it. We need to do this. We need to do that. Some people are shut down. And then like they get this dread. And then obviously it eats them up inside. And it just builds up and builds up and builds up.
Dread.
Yeah.
I think it might also be like the culture of trying to show like the perfect marriage. Like when you're not married, you can go to your friend's event, and he will also go to his friend's event, and then afterwards you'll be like, I was upset, but now I'm fine, I've had my release. But sometimes because you're like, I want people to see my marriage in a certain light, that you will always have that release. Does that mean, like, you don't have that outlet to event because you're so worried about perception of other people around you.
But I reckon if this is like to your close friends, I think a lot of women feel very comfortable, not complaining, but confiding in their friends about the problems that they're having in a relationship. You can't. I would hope that people aren't doing that. I would hope very much that people aren't doing that. That's
maybe so, but it's just like the concept that they just don't want to them to see the partner in a negative light because they're going through it, and then if someone else is telling you like, oh, he shouldn't be doing that. This. Like if you yourself are saying these bad things, or not like bad things, but negative things given the context of the situation, and then your friends are also corresponding and saying like, yeah, that's double negatives. Like, oh, my friend, like, sometimes they'll be like, I said this, and my friends have confirmed it, this must be it. And that's coming from both sides, like, regardless of both men and women. Like, he'll go to his guy friends and be like, this is what's happened. His guys will be like, yeah, we agree. She'll go to her girls and be like, this is what's happened. They're like, yeah, we agree. So, like, double negatives.
Yeah, but isn't this where, like, discernment kind of comes in and your own feelings and your own thoughts and processes comes in and you're like, you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
You can't be doing up, I don't want my friends to think that my relationship is bad when your relationship is actually bad.
That's true.
Like, the consequence. If your relationship is bad, fix it. If you can't fix it, leave it.
So, in this context with this guy, what do you think he should have done?
In this context, she's not the asshole. She needs to sit him down and speak to him and tell him he needs to go see somebody that he trusts. He needs to go to a therapist. Sorry, back to what you were saying. Was I the one saying something? What was I saying?
He should sit down with someone he trusts.
He needs to see someone he trusts. He needs to go for counselling.
I would go in the route of what the comment says. Like, he should have thought about this before proposing. Like, whatever doubts he had, he should have addressed them with her.
But to be fair, sometimes you don't know what problems could happen until someone says it, but to be honest, and then you start ruminating.
Okay, but then still with that, he should have gone to his partner.
Yes, I agree.
This is how I'm feeling. Let's work it out. Yeah,
what he shouldn't have done is taken it, made a stupid decision without speaking to your partner, who you would be married to, and then being like, try to manipulate it and be like, oh, we need to weigh the pros and cons. What fucking pros and cons? I'm actually going to spend $500 on this.
Probably less.
And for someone who you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone who is the mother of your child. Like, I think sometimes in relationships or when you're ruminating and you're just, you're in your field and you're in your thoughts and you're in your own head. Sometimes you isolate yourself and you're just thinking about you. Now, how's this going to affect you? You. But it's not just you in this relationship.
But after 8 years, you'd know, like, it's not just a me thing, it's an us thing.
You'd be surprised by how many people are in relationships, but the relationship has run its course, really. Or, like, they're in relationships, but they really don't know it themselves. Like, remember, during lockdown, a lot of people started breaking up together because they didn't recognize who their partner was. They're like, oh, they can't do this.
But obviously, to many factors, not like, I think lockdown was an isolated thing.
No, lockdown was because they forced people to live together. It forced people to make certain decisions that they never had to make before, and so they needed to communicate, and they weren't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying eye to eye, so relationships broke up.
Things they wouldn't have to deal with normally, like in a day to day.
I don't think it's isolated. The reason, well, from what I saw, was that the men weren't really doing what they should be. Like, they weren't doing their part at home because everybody was at home. So from what I heard, or from the sides that I saw, was mainly the men just doing their own thing, because they had to be the ones to teach the kids, and the guys weren't really doing that, and so it fell on the mum. But the mum still had work to do. So what now? And you know, also let's be honest. So people were made redundant. Nobody had money, and fair enough. Maybe they would have had money and they wouldn't have had that conversation. But it could have been a thing where he could have lost his job at any point in time. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's an isolated incident, because I don't know the statistics, to be honest, of like 5 out of 10 people lose their jobs like within their lifetimes or whatever. So I don't want to say whatever, but I feel like one partner losing their job is not such a nuanced thing. But I do understand that obviously COVID was a very unique situation. And obviously they got engaged before COVID. Yeah. And so I guess they lived together for a long time. I mean, COVID was 2020. So they've lived together for 4 years. Bro.
No, we don't know if they've lived together for 4 years. We just know they've been
engaged for 4 years. Oh, right. And everything halted. Yes. And they're just getting up financially.
Yeah.
It's tough. I wouldn't say leave, but I'd say speak to him. He can't be in his own head too much. He needs to ask himself why he's getting married in the first place as well. Like, if it's just for the for the things that he's not going to get anymore, that's just silly. I mean, I know it's important, but that's silly. When you could literally just be like, babe, I beg you, yeah. I know we're getting married, but like... Oh my God, I hate this word. I was just about to use it. Sloppy topping.
You're disgusting.
I'm not disgusting. I think it's disgusting. I hate it so much. It disgusts me. But that was going for a shock factor. Just be like, oh babe, you know, like, I know like things are gonna get quite intense with the marriage or whatever, but I beg you, I still need them weekly, you know. Those little spontaneous no panties Friday, I beg you, I need that. Like, there are ways to have these type of communicate, like talks with your partner and not make it weird. Or like, if you do find out that shit like this is struggling, you got to talk to your babe. What's wrong with you? They've been together for 8 years. Mm-hmm. You think? Well, I don't know. People are different, I guess, and the communication doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy to me, that's for sure. I hold a grudge for 5 years before I talk about it.
You said trauma what?
Trauma what? I don't deal with it. I don't know her. Mm-hmm. And we cover it up with alcohol.
And Nutella biscuits.
And Nutella biscuits.
You're funny. Okay, do you want to do yours?
Oh, ooh la la, yes. Okay, so this is from Am I Overreacting? Right, so am I overreacting for kicking my boyfriend out? Today I came home to my so she's 28 female, boyfriend is 25 male. Oh, am I the asshole? No, not am I the asshole? Today I came home from my boyfriend playing video games. I came over to say hello to him and noticed he was in the middle of an intense part of the game. I stayed quiet, and when it ended, I asked if I could have some chips that were next to him. He obliged, I ate some and then put them back. I went to grab the packet again, and he died in the video game, in the process.
That's unfortunate timing.
He then turned to me and screamed in my face. I can't remember the words because I was so shocked. We never yell, argue. We both have a fear of confrontation and don't really raise our voices. I immediately shut down. after a back and forth conversation, I told him, in parenthesis, we live together. I told him if he could please leave. I needed space. I'm not sure if it's just for tonight or how long, but I've never experienced that much anger from him, especially for a fucking video game. So am I overreacting? Absolutely not.
I don't think so. He has it within him. He does.
He got the dog in him. I'm joking. I don't mean that.
Reminds me of Love and
He got my dog.
Yeah, when the first week she was joking and it got on her fucking nerves.
I'm gonna use that.
I'm a
he got
dog.
the dog in him.
Like when it
But no, you're not overreacting. Like,
No.
there's no need for like unfortunate timing that you went to grab the snacks whilst he was about to die.
As I was about to say, it wasn't a fault. To be honest, it could have not been a fault.
We don't know
You
what
don't know.
caused
Yeah,
him to die,
but he died regardless.
Yeah, he died and it's not your fault. You just want a snack. That's fine.
But you know, I hear the like
No, I
the
think-
feeling of like you're playing a game and then someone comes and then oops, you're dead, and it's like, but emotional control.
We've had it sometimes where I come back and you're playing a game and I come in the living room and you just happen to die in that second I open the door. So the lights affected your eyes. And then we're in silence for a quick 3 minutes before I'm even allowed to sit down.
I gotta get myself together. And
No, I'm literally listening at the door until she exhales. That's when I know I can enter.
no, like I mean, it happens, but you can't. Why would you be shouting, bro?
Yeah.
Like, how old is the guy? 25.
25.
And then they say, "Oh, that's young men too. That's young men." There you go. They don't know how to control their emotions. What?
What do you think any other men would add of any of your ages?
I actually expect that from a 25-year-old. He's thingy is just developing.
You expect that?
Yeah. It's her fault.
Uchenna. Take it back.
No, I'm joking. No, I was going to say it's her fault for dating a 25-year-old, but it's not, obviously. He just doesn't know how to control his emotions yet. But if you're going to continue, I would say definitely be careful. I don't know if it's gotten to anger management because you said he's never done this before. So maybe something else happened. Yeah, speak to him. I know you guys are, he's left. That's actually something maybe you shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Like, where would he have gone? I hope maybe his parents are close by, hopefully. At least he didn't throw out all his clothes and be like, I'd leave the house right now. Which, good. We know some people who that's their go-to. So that's good. But she actually maintained her emotions quite well, I'd say. But obviously she said she shut down, which is unfortunate, isn't it?
Well, she did say she's had a fear of like confrontation, so it makes sense why
That she shut down, yeah. It's so sad. Like, how would you react if something like
If someone yelled at me?
I don't want to say what I'd do. What I think I'd do. I'd probably do the same thing. I'll shut down and I'll be like, yeah. I'll let that shit simmer. Yeah, I would let it simmer. And then one day I'll do it intentionally. I'll be sat there. I'll be the best girlfriend. You're about to win. Ooh, you're about to win. Call it juicy. You're about to be the MVP. I'll just... Yeah.
What, and then start yelling at each other?
Or you're about to win that tournament on FIFA or whatever. You're about to qualify. Mortal Kombat, you're about to win. Street Fighter, same thing. Maybe you're following the story arc and it's that one that you've been trying for so long to beat and you haven't been able to get it and you're just about to get it. I'll just switch it off. And I'll walk out of the room. Now come chase me. Come and chase me. Yeah. You shouted at me? I'm joking. I wouldn't do this. I'll probably just shut down and be like, we shall see. It's okay. But there's no relationship anymore.
Cool.
Yeah. Like cool.
Literally, I'm like, cool.
Cool.
This game? Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. I'll get water.
Yeah.
Why are you shouting at me? I'll go get my water. just slowly, and I'll see. I want you to stop and shouting before now you stop. Thank you. And we move on.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah.
I'm packing my stuff. I'm moving out. Relationship done. Relationship done. Because it's not the standard. We don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. We use our inside voices.
I don't think we've ever shouted before.
I mean, we're loud, but that's just like generic shit. But we've never shouted at each other.
No, I don't think we ever.
No.
Not even when we have a disagreement.
Hey, where's wood? Let me caress that wood, yeah. But no, we haven't.
I think communication-wise,
yeah,
we're very passive in our anger.
This is true.
That's why we don't shout. We're very,
very, very passive people.
and courteous.
So fucking petty, bro. Aye.
And I know. When I see someone petty, is like, instead of texting each other, we're writing each other notes. Please, I clean the kitchen. Don't touch anything. Or I've made dinner, so clean up.
Or you've made dinner. Look at the fucking state of the kitchen. Clean it,
Please.
please. Smiley face on the note too.
Yes.
And a wink. You gotta put the wink. You gotta be passive with the aggressive.
That is how we are doing things in this household. It's worked well because even when we apologize to each other after this passive aggressiveness, it's also done in note formation, and then the other person has to reply in note formation as well. And then once the both notes are connected, we know that we're cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally the next day, like it's fine. Something about seeing that note, and preferably with a gift as well. Yes. A gift has to accompany said apology or
Not,
like
in the past we have
whatever.
used Tim Hortons.
Yes, Timbits specifically.
Yes, because food on that is a bit much. But Timbits say, "I'm ready to commence friendship again."
Yes, here's a sharing platter, and then we pick one by one as the day goes by.
And when a box is empty, we're like, "Okay,
done."
Pushing this over.
That's legit. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I think we handle conflict very well.
It's like, okay, now I'm done, like, simmering, you know?
Yeah.
So here's a sorry for me being an asshole for the past few days.
Actually, that's what I'm saying. Like, because we're so passive, we never, like, we never mean to each other.
No.
We never mean to each other.
No. Because, like, I think I'll just sit in, like, the rage, or, like, not the rage, but the anger.
In the feelings, yeah. And because we take time to reflect, after we're done reflecting, we're just like, okay, you did your thing, I did my thing. Let's move on.
And the thing is, we always make sure we both do our thing as well. Like if I do my thing, I'm literally waiting for her to do her thing, and then I'm like, yeah, we're even now, cool. But the thing is, there's a line. I feel like we've never crossed the line.
I don't think we've ever.
No, don't ever cross the fucking line, bitch. No, but we've never crossed the line. Circling it back to these ones.
I don't think the basis of communication matches.
Because she said they're both passive, so maybe he reached.
Well, no. I said we're passive. We didn't say he was.
No, she said they both don't like confrontation.
Okay.
So maybe he reached the limit, or something might have happened. I'll definitely talk to him. Him leaving the house, I don't know, because obviously you were very scared, and it's likely that you were scared for your safety, because this is a side of him that, like you said, you've never seen before. So I'll speak to him for sure. And if you feel like it's something that you can't get over, then it is what it is. But if you can get over it. If it's a one-time thing, maybe. Then maybe. That doesn't sound like it made any sense. So let me rephrase. If you feel like he's justified with the way he felt in that time, then sure, you can let it slide. But I'll definitely say you should
caution yourself.
You should tread lightly going forward. Not like he should be walking on eggshells, but he's got to sort out his emotions.
A game's a game.
Especially if he can't manage it, yeah. So definitely talk to him about how he needs to manage his emotions a lot better. No smashing things. Like, what is he, a child? I mean, he's 25. No, but sometimes, like gamers, they smash like their keyboard or like the little computer thing. Yeah. On to the next one.
I, 30 male, I'm going through a divorce and I have met an amazing girl, 29 female, but I have some doubts. Are my feelings genuine? So, I have been separated from my ex for 5 months and we have proceeded with a divorce. It was 9 years of emotional abuse and I picked up some bad habits, e.g. tiptoeing around my words, negative expectations, etc. In the meantime, I had been going out on dates with girls for the past 3 months and none of them piqued my interest. There's nothing wrong with these girls, but none of them really connected with me until I met this one girl. She made me feel secure and she meets all my emotional needs and other needs too. But I occasionally go through times of the day where I feel uneasy. It's not so much a negative feeling, but my therapist says it's just my heart being careful after 9 years of hurt. I'm going a million miles per hour with this girl. We've been moving at a very quick pace for months, which I'm really enjoying, but I don't know if it's this uneasiness is just because I'm not used to being with a girl who actually respects me or my feelings for all this girl are genuine. Yeah. What? After 9 years of an emotionally abusive relationship, my heart is reacting weirdly to someone who actually respects me. I think that he's going through divorce proceedings, and fair enough, they've been separated for nearly half a year now. So if you feel ready to date, you feel ready to date. But as your therapist says, it might be like your feelings are your feelings, but it could also be like that. It is a new relationship, and the dynamics are different. So you don't know how to react yet, or your body's still catching up with the things like things are changed. This girl actually likes me, and she treats me nicely. Well, not nicely, just treats you with respect, as you said. So, and that's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar, so you're getting back to the familiar or the normality of just being in a healthy relationship, which is, as you said, you weren't in an abusive relationship and you've learned these negative habits. So you're probably just still coming out of those negative habits and learning new healthy habits to override those previous habits you had.
Mm-hmm. But it's a genuine fear to have, though. Not fear, but it's a genuine concern to have.
Yeah.
I'm not worried, but because everything. How long have they been together? 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
It's very new. They're basically in the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
So maybe he's waiting for the thing to drop. What's the thing?
Pin to drop.
The belt, yeah, whatever. That one, the one where like shit happens, and he's like, right, I thought so all along.
That may never come though.
Yeah, but I think he's waiting for it. I feel like maybe he's bracing himself for the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the minds of the therapist, he's still on learning those things, or he's still getting used to this unfamiliar territory.
I'm very surprised what would happen if they do get into an argument, and how he's going to behave. Because so far everything's been great, and he's loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I have anything to say. It's a waiting game.
What do you mean waiting game? Waiting game to see how the relationship progresses?
And how he is in the relationship. Well, unless he wants to break up with her because he's feeling uneasy.
That's his feelings.
It is his feelings, but... And he wants us to help him to find the root of this uneasiness that he's feeling.
Oh, just to confirm whether it is uneasiness or he's just getting used to being in a healthy relationship. Like this is a genuine a genuine thing for him.
Yeah, I think he's got to let go. I think the uneasiness is him waiting for the other foot to drop. That's it. And so I think he just needs to take it as the day comes, day by day. And if everything's good, they're communicating well. There are no, obvious signs or whatever of like abuse. And like he said, she respects him. She's listening to him. There's no toxicness. It's all good. Then carry on. Keep calm and carry on.
When that was the thing.
Oh my God. Made in Chelsea literally made the whole thing about, the way it looks. Yeah. Keep calm and carry on.
Made in Chelsea was a vibe.
Made in Chelsea was a vibe. Well, yeah.
Yeah, season 1 and 2 were great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jamie. Epicness. I mean, they don't make them like that no more. To be honest, I'm not really into like British TV culture these days. I really was very immersed in it, like in my teens, but not anymore.
Really? What did you watch?
And I watch Netflix.
No, I mean previously?
Oh, before. Name it. Geordie Shore, Towie, Made in Chelsea, all of it.
I think I only predominantly watched Made in Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I watched it all. Big Brother, when it was on Channel 5.
Not Channel 4?
When it was on Channel 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched that. What else did I watch? Oh, I used to love BBC Three. They had dope stuff on BBC Three. Really, really cool stuff on BBC Three. And then like Thursday nights would be like Big Bang Theory.
I used to love Big Bang Theory.
At like around like 8 or so.
But that's not British comedy though.
True. They used to have like, oh, you remember that Conversations with an Idiot, the idiot one that Ricky Gervais used to do? Good show.
Okay.
What else? Obviously, I didn't really watch the UK Office. When I kind of started, I started with the American one, so I didn't really go back. What other British shows did I used to watch? Obviously, Love Island. OG Love Island. I was loving that. What else? What else? The only reason. Real Housewives.
Yeah, I've watched that still.
Yeah. Them Londoners, the Wags, the Cheshires. And there was one also in London as well. Yeah. And the Royals on E.
I used to watch Royals.
Not the one on Netflix, the one on E.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did I used to watch? British shows. I forget. I love BBC One though. You know what needs to come back? Kin needs to come back. Thank you very much, BBC. Kin needs to come back. Actually, no, I think it's an Irish show. Yes, this is my pledge to Irish television. Please bring back Charlie Cox. Please, I beg you. I need the god of calendars to align so that everyone is free at the same time they can come back for the new season, because that would be amazing. That show is so good. It's so good. I can't wait. Like, there has to be a new season. I'm sorry, there has to be. It's about like a family, a crime family, like based in Ireland.
Okay.
And they're up to no good and they're selling drugs and stuff.
Obviously.
And it's their life. It's a slow burn. It's kind of like the pacing, I'd say, is like The Fall.
The Fall's a good series.
The Fall is a good series. It's a very good series. There was like a re-emergence of like people like discovering it. And I was like, yeah, it needs to get the respect that it deserves, because oh my goodness. I don't know what was going on in that last season. But yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You read it?
Is it mine? Mm-hmm. That was mine.
No,
that was... I know. Sorry. On to the next one. Okay, this is an Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my husband I won't be going to his birthday dinner since he asked if I would leave early anyway?
Rude.
For context, I will be 38 weeks pregnant on my husband's birthday this year. The previous week, I reluctantly allowed his sister to pick my daughter up from school so she could spend the day with her and his parents. She does half days still. I'm thinking that's the daughter. I say reluctantly because they have continuously crossed parental boundaries in the past, but that's a different story. It had been a while and she loves them, and I truly want them to have them. Oh, okay. And I truly want them to have a relationship, so I gave it another go. Anyway, my husband and I went to pick her up at his parents, and while there, his sister asked what he was doing for his birthday coming up. I had asked him a number of times already what he wanted to do. He had thrown out some ideas for us to do as a family as well, but he never decided on anything. So he says he doesn't have plans. She asked if he wanted her to make him dinner at her apartment. Then he said, yeah, that sounds good. It would be a family dinner. His parents, her partner, and our family all good. Tonight, he said that we could drive separately because he doesn't want to leave early. He asked me at dinner if I would leave early with our daughter so I could put her to bed,
Very assumptuous.
he wants to stay and drink and smoke and be up late. This majorly upset me because this whole pregnancy has not felt like a partnership whatsoever. He only made one of my several ultrasounds. In bracket, I'm over 35, so get a good amount of them. Work almost every weekend voluntarily versus making plans with my daughter, and I puts off some doing things I physically cannot do for the nursery until the third trimester. I've been asking him to do puts off doing things I physically cannot do for the nursery until the third trimester. I've been asking him to do since the first. Oh, okay. I've also asked him to look into ways he can support me during birth, and not a single Google search has been made to this effect. I'm not sure if I'm being the crazy pregnant lady. But it certainly feels like he just wants to do whatever he wants without any regards to me carrying his child. He told me separately. He told me desperately wanted.
Carrying his child that he told me he desperately
wanted. Right, that's
what she meant.
Yeah. I was fine with one. Okay. Our birthdays are close. The baby's due date is only 2 days after mine, so I'll be 30 weeks for my birthday if she doesn't decide to arrive before then. So for my birthday, I don't get to do anything but be pregnant and wait for the baby. It will be nice to feel like he wants to spend this special occasion with me / my daughter and I. He clearly is not empathetic to the fact that I can't go out and do these things for this period of time. So to be told to go home, he's been hurtful, I think is what she means. I told him that in that case, I don't even want to be there, and she, my daughter, and I aren't going to dinner. Honestly, I would not be in the mood to celebrate and just be upset anyway. But it does constantly feel like, as much as he claims to be a family guy, spending quality time with us doesn't matter to him.
What was the question again?
Am I the arsehole for telling my husband I wouldn't be going to his birthday dinner since he asked if I would leave early anyway?
No, that was very presumptuous of him. Very presumptuous. Okay, I hear it. She's tired and she's pregnant, but not even a courteous like, do you want to come home with you because she's literally in her third trimester. She said like she's ready to give birth as soon as possible. It was very presumptuous.
No, she will be.
She will be in the third trimester. Not that she is. Until the third trimester. She's currently in the third trimester. No?
I don't actually know.
Well,
I think what I'm picking up here is this bit where, for context, I will be 38 weeks pregnant on my husband's birthday.
Yeah, and the part that I was looking at... Where is it gone?
Is him putting off doing stuff for the nursery until she was into her third trimester. But that doesn't mean she's 38 weeks. So she'll be 38 weeks during his birthday. She'll be 40 weeks for hers.
Yeah, so she's in her third trimester. Yeah. So I think it's very presumptuous. And the fact that you don't want to go home with her knowing that she's has to do all these things by herself as a very heavily pregnant woman, as she said, it's not empathetic. Not empathetic. If they could have had the dinner at their house and a sister could have cooked there instead. That way she didn't have to leave. She can literally, when bedtime comes, they can tuck their daughter to bed, and then if she does feel tired, she'll go upstairs and they can continue to do the celebrations downstairs.
True. But I think this was just the last straw. I think this has been bubbling up.
What was it? Him not being there, choosing to work.
Like, she doesn't feel like she has a partner.
No, that makes sense.
She feels like she's all in this on her own.
But I wonder what convinced her to have the second child.
He did.
Yeah.
And it's this second child that he's not even, carrying his weight. However, the baby's here. I'll say leave it for now. Hormones are crazy. They're crazy. I wouldn't say she's the asshole.
No, I don't think she is. But I do think she's right to say that her husband's not being empathetic in this period.
I think she's rightfully hurt that he's assuming that she wouldn't want to celebrate with him or like just spend time with him.
Yeah, because she did say she's prompted him, like, what do you want to do? Like, anything small, anything big, like, just let me know in advance.
And like, the sister was like, oh, let me cook for you. I was like, oh, yeah, sounds like a great idea. And she was like, I swear I asked you what you wanted to do. And she probably also feels like, oh, she's doing so much and he doesn't appreciate it. Don't make any decisions now. Let the baby come. And if he's not going to help, toss him out. You can go live with the sister and her partner.
That's true.
Yeah. That's all I've got to say.
Red light, green light?
Ah. Yes. Actually, no.
No?
Yeah. Love is blind.
Okay.
The weddings. Shit. Obviously, only 2 couples got married. Thank God. Ashley and Tyler, they got married. Unfortunately. You said they were together. They're still together.
From what I see on Ashley's live, yes. She had a live.
And she said that they're still together. Or that they're still married or that they're still together.
They're still together.
In a like, as a couple.
I don't know what she meant, but she said the words, we are still together.
Wow.
So interpret that as you wish.
So it's likely she knew the whole thing then, maybe?
We don't know for sure. We don't know if she knew until after they were married, or we don't know the depth of their conversations off camera.
This is true.
But nonetheless, Tyler is still the reddest of red flags. I stand by this. And he has no business deceiving a woman and lying the way he did.
It's a big pill to swallow, but hey, she's got 3 kids. More power to them. And more to come, because, you know, they want kids like a year or so after. That was what they said, right? They want more. Garrett and Taylor.
Your favorite couple?
Yeah. I know. I'm very optimistic. I'm really hoping that when they're still together, obviously, it would be very sad if they weren't. I don't really have anything to say. All good.
Yeah, they look happy so far.
I mean, the only little thing that they had was him messaging the ex, but
it is what it is.
He did lie. It's not what it is. He did lie, and he really shouldn't have. Hopefully, he's learned his lesson, and you know he's forthcoming going forwards. Because my baby girl here, don't do that to Taylor. Don't do that to my girl Taylor. I don't know her, but she's my girl. Don't do that to her.
I'm glad they're not together.
I'm so glad. Oh my god.
We're
talking about Hannah and Nick.
I'm so glad that this.
I've never seen anyone more incompatible in my entire life. It's so funny. And it's the way he never actually came out to actually be like, you are actually being a bitch to me.
He did,
but not really. No, he was because he still did the whole you're still kind of, oh,
what's that?
I think I've got a lash in my eye. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't end up. Well, is it good to say that it's positive that something didn't end up happening for someone?
I think it is in this circumstance. I think if they had gotten together, they would become very toxic towards each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's good. But yeah, good that didn't end up going. Oh, Marissa and Ramses. Where's Moses? It's not the same. It's not the same name. It's just every time I hear it, I always remember. Is it the same name? I actually don't know. But anyway, yeah, I remember Ramesses from the Bible. Moses' brother. Is it Moses or Moses? Moses.
That's his brother.
Yeah.
That's Aaron.
Adoptive brother.
Thank you. I was like,
which Ramesses was his brother? Wow.
That's why I was like,
wow. But yeah, that Ramesses. Let my girl go. He did let her go at the end. He did. And Marissa, I beg you, please. I need you to be like this with the man.
What do you
Take
mean?
off those rose-tinted glasses. I needed to come off.
She didn't do anything wrong.
She didn't do anything wrong, but Lord, she was in love.
Love is blind.
For her. For Marissa, I will agree. On to the next. Red light, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light. Buzz, buzz. Thank you. Amen. All right, so this week's red light, green light is...
You.
You know...
She's going to wrap me on this
You
tonight.
you need to get here. Sorry, I'm just looking at the time. Midnight, yeah? Okay, we're almost there. All right, so this week's red light, green light is You, season 1. Not season 1 and 2, just season 1.
Okay.
So we'll be rating the characters, if they're red, if they're green, or if they're amber. Red light, green light just sounds cooler.
It does.
Peach.
She's a problematic girl.
She's a walking red flag. Red.
Problematic.
A shame she died. In fact, I was going to say maybe green light as a friend, but red light as a friend.
I'm trying to think if she had any redeeming qualities.
Yeah, I honestly was. I was trying. She wanted the best for Beck. If we're being honest,
She did. Just the way she went about it wasn't great.
sick and twisted.
She was in love with her.
Sick and twisted.
She was in love with her.
Sick and twisted.
And she just didn't know how to show her love.
Yeah, I know. Poor girl. And then she gets deaded. And then she gets by, our man Joe. Bless. Next, Ethan.
Ethan's just a cool guy. He just,
I don't know. I think it was a bit problematic as well, but he'll get a number.
problematic.
Yeah. How can you not know that there's a whole serial killer in your basement of where you work?
You just never went there. Never ventured through the stores. There's not every area of
Also,
my work
there was
I go to.
there was that relationship he had as well. That was very weird.
What's your relationship?
He was dating someone. I forget who. And it was all very weird. Didn't like it. I give him a number. You give him a green?
I think I'm green.
Who's next? Claudia. Paco's mother. Zejongi.
Claudia.
Is there anything worse than Red? Very complicated woman. But Red.
Red indeed.
Ron, the reddest of them all. He is bathed in the blood of his victims. That type of red. Deep, 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 deep red.
Yeah.
Definitely deserve to die.
Paco is a number.
What did that child do to you?
He saw someone in a basement, and all because a man had asked the man that was abusing his mum and him, he said, "I'll let it slide." No, that's an amber.
That looks like a green flag to me. Hey, look. And what did he do? He ran. Like anybody would do. He ran.
But he kept his mouth closed.
Wouldn't you? Green flag to me.
He didn't even try to offer the girl like a key. Or water.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything. He just looked at her and said, "Cool, cool, cool." Did a U-turn. And then he was like, "Jill's my friend." And then he
That's a friend you need to have. He had a friend indeed.
Yeah, I'm giving him an amber.
His friend was in need, and he was a friend indeed. I stand by what I said.
So you're giving him green.
He's a green flag.
Okay.
He ain't no snitch. I am a snitch though, but he ain't. Annika.
I can't remember Annika.
Social media friendly. Cutesy with the social media.
I remember Lynn. Lynn was also Thingy's friend.
Yes, they were all friends. Peach.
Yeah, Lynn.
All of them.
Yeah, I don't remember
All the
Annika.
friends, red flag.
I don't remember Annika.
To be honest, maybe Annika, she kind of redeemed herself, I think. So maybe Amber. Maybe. You know who I should have added?
Who?
Is that the right season? No, I think it's the wrong season.
Okay.
Sorry. when they went to the countryside. That's season 3. I beg, excuse me. I'm thinking of someone else. On to the next. Ooh, Paul Leahy. Leahy? Anyway, the professor that assaulted Beck. Red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Nikki.
Dr. Nick was the therapist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flag.
We have Benji.
And then we have victim number 1. Red flag.
Didn't get Benji even get released, but he had to like stay away for life.
No, he killed Benji.
Who did he let go?
Oh, that was Love season. That was season 2. That was LA.
Oh.
He let that one go.
The one who gave
That
him the
one
fake
that
passport.
Yeah, and went to, was it Bali or something?
And then he got a
Bali.
new girlfriend.
Yeah, and then he sent Joe like a video of himself or something. Yeah. Yeah. And we have the Trinity in season 1, the women. Let's start with Candace. Just based off of season 1.
Okay. Of season 1, I think she was a green flag. There's nothing that we know of her in season 1
In season 1, yeah.
that shows her to be negative. She was just a girl that loves books and the outdoors. That's it.
That's it.
And then she was unfortunate enough to fathom to
Meet
break
Joe.
up with the man. And the man says, I don't want to break up. So she was like, I will eternalize our love. And goes off to kill her. So no, she's a green flag in season 1.
Just only season 1 though.
Because she's
And then Karen.
Karen, I don't remember much of her because I don't. Yeah.
I give her an Amber. She's very jelly.
What?
Very jealous of Beck. Rightfully so. Amber still. Beck, red flag.
Red. She has poor judgment. Does not make her a red flag.
Because she has bad judgment, she gets a red flag. What on earth were with those friends?
I'm gonna give you an amber flag. She was insecure.
Okay, I'll change it. I'll give her an Amber.
She was insecure because she, out of her friendship group, I would say she had a
She
humble
was the
beginning.
poorest of the poor. Poorest of the poor.
No, but she was
humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. She died poor. She became rich after she died.
See, a humble beginning.
The poorest of the poorest of the poorest.
Yeah, she had poor judgment and she was very insecure. So I'm gonna give her an amber. It wasn't like she was a victim of her circumstances.
She really was, and her daddy didn't help either. That's who's missing.
Oh, her dad.
Her asshole daddy.
Very messing on. How does he go
Is the captain?
after getting rehab, goes and gets a whole family and just owns his own daughter, but says I'll give you like a monthly payment as long as you stay away from my family. Fuck off.
She has to go to the Charles Dickens festival thing
And dress up.
and dress up and everything, and obviously she dresses as prostitute. And you know what? You know who else is a red flag? That son.
Which one?
Her stepbrother.
It was very dickish.
Asshole. Yeah, but it's rather unfortunate. You know, I actually, when I didn't know how the story was going, I loved Beck. And then she started getting annoying.
How?
It was when she found out about Joe. And I said, no police. Did she go to police?
No.
No report or anything. Well, to be honest, she doesn't have proof. But still, go to police, get it written down somewhere that he's a weirdo. And that you think he's a stalker. And that you think he killed your best friend. And she should have played the game. She should have loved it. And then, you know, self-defensed it. She tried to, but she couldn't do it properly. And he couldn't believe her, I guess. She did try. She really did try, actually. But it's so sad that she ended up passing away. So, Mr. Mooney.
Red. Automatic red.
Like the fire and the hell that he's burning in. And the main man himself.
He's a hard compliment.
Joe.
It's a complicated man.
Green flag Joe. I'm joking. I am
He's
joking.
a complicated
I beg you.
man. He was abandoned, and then he had to go to Mr. Mooney, who forced him into the cage. That's how this whole thing started. So he's just a victim.
He is. But
Still red.
still red. You can be a victim and work through your problems.
You don't have to repeat the cycles, as they say. Continue the cycle.
And then he went to therapy with Beck. That you know. But you know what? He tried. Joe tried.
What, to be being a better person?
He tried to be a better person. And then he realized that the person he's trying to be a better person for is diddling her therapist. Didn't have to, kill her and, frame him for her murder, but still.
It happens.
These things happen. But yeah, no, he's the reddest of them all. My goodness, Joe. Joe. You did it, Joe. You did it. And that is the end of Solomon Grundy. Thank you very much for listening to our show. Look at that. My bubbly has lasted till the end. ASMR.
Very cutesy.
Good. I'm joking. Very cutesy, very demure. We see how we
have dampeners this week.
See how I drank when I wasn't meant to? Or didn't drink, or whatever, didn't spill. But anyway, thank you very much for listening. I have been your most gracious host.
And I've been here to entertain her.
To entertain me?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I don't know.
Well, you're not entertained?
I don't know.
Are you not entertained?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we shall find out then.
You need to.
What?
I don't know. Are you not entertained? I feel like you laughed a lot.
I did.
But why were you falling asleep as well? Like halfway,
Now?
bless you. Your battery is literally like I can feel it.
No, my energy just go down. It depletes very quickly after like a certain time.
Okay, thank you and goodbye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. No, like this. That's fuck off.
I know.